Well done.
Welcome back, travelers. Another episode of A Stroll Through Azeroth. Today we are going to go from Refuge Point to up to the stronghold of Stromgarde, and then through to Faldir's Cove, which is a pirate cove down here. Um, and then we're going to come back up and we're going to go through Thoradin's Wall to into the Hillsbrad Foothills, over to the Dalaran Crater. Okay, and again, as usual, I don't care if I mess up these names. Don't come at me. Um, okay, so we have Daisy with us today. Look at how beautiful she is. Isn't her cute? Oh, her so cute. Okay. Let me see. Let me get my windows going here. Hold on. I need to be able to see my window, my screen over here. Okay. Okay. All right, so here we go, guys. Okay, so first we're going to start over with Refuge Point. As we know, let's see. I probably should read my notes before I before I start these. I'm not really sure what's going on right now as far as Arathi goes. I know that right now it's being retaken by the Arathi that are in the War Within campaign, Hollowfall. I know that some of them are branching out and coming back, so I know that they're taking care of all of that. That's all being remastered and stuff like that, reclaimed. So as we go to Stromgarde, we're gonna take our little road out here. I tried to put my little mini map out here to help see if that helps. Let's see if I can move it. Let's move it down here. Um, so yeah, so Daisy's so cute, isn't she? Oh, I'm so happy about her. All right, so um, I know that the word is Stromgarde. I know that, but for years it's been Stormguard, and then one day I just realized, hey, I've been saying that wrong. So, so that's nice, right? Um, yeah. Let's get up here to the crossways. I just killed what is it? Doom's Howl just now because while I was waiting, the thing kept popping up and it was really bugging me. So I was just like, let's stay on the path, shall we? There's Stormguard off in the distance. So when you do the Arathi quest line for f- uh, what's her name? Farron. Um, you know, you get to go back through all this, and you get to go through all the storyline, and you get to do it. Goes into the history a lot more. I always liked Arathi because it had the original buildings, like the original towers and things like that. That if you played Warcraft, the video game, that it those buildings were the most like it. These like this tower over here, these little houses over here in the distance. The Arathi was the most true to the original game as I felt any of the other games were. As the rest of the world is, I think, as the rest of Azeroth is. For humans, anyways. Zane, you gotta see Daisy. She's so fucking cute. Her so cute. I don't remember how we got her. So the Alliance holds a presence here in Arathi against the Syndicate and the Trolls, who always were trying to take over the hinterlands. Right, this was kind of like a buffer zone between the two. So uh, the Alliance kept a base here and kept presence here, even though they uh, even though they branched out into the rest of Azeroth. Alliance always kept a presence here. Just to kind of keep those trolls back, kind of keep them at bay. keep them out of the hinterlands. Which we will eventually go into the hinterlands because I think I'll come back this way, and go through the hinterlands up to the plaguelands. Um, which was at the request of a my longest friend. Well, my second longest friend, my Tina. Um, I've known her since eighth grade, maybe. Um, anyway, so what is that? Why do they look like that? What is she on? Is she on a horse? That's weird, huh? That's weird. Are we gonna go down here? I had to really look. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, so this is Stromgarde over here. Um, we'll go back. We'll go back this way whenever we go to the hinterlands. But this is all um, alliance, military, and things like that. Look at our tower. Um, so the Stromgarde is the Fallen capital, right? It is the birthplace of the human civilization. Like I had said before in the last one, that this whole area was. Whoops! No! Go back. What are we doing? Oh my god! Clicking is what we're doing. Um. So it was founded by Thoradin, which is that's why there's Thoradin's wall over there, who actually brought the tribes that eventually became the Arathi into the area, right? Um, he connected the two, right? From there, when he brought those elves, when he brought those Arathor in, that's when the High Elves and um, the dwarves banded together to fight against uh, the trolls, right? And this was their base camp. This is where they stood. Here's another entrance back this way. Um, then years and years and years and years through lots of hardships and lots of failures, um, the second war just pretty much brought Stormguard down. Today it's all ruin, and it's fought over for territory by the syndicates, which are kind of like the upgraded version of um, like the Blood Cell Buccaneers and stuff like that. They're a branch like that, which is why this where we're going to now is also the Pirate Cove. There's a Pirate Cove down here because that's basically where they come in and out of. But yeah, so Stormguard is we'll do a flyover. How about that? Let's do a flyover when we could. That way we don't have to walk back through here. Um, which means I'll have to bring Daisy back out, but whatever. What is that? It's a huge ass bird, huh? I seen it up there. So with the fall of Stormguard, though, during that war, it kind of symbolized the fall of uh, human power in the Eastern Kingdoms. Before we kind of held power. Like we were the end all be all. We ruled supreme over all the other alliance races. And with the fall of Stormguard, it was kind of like really, guys, really. But yeah, we'll go back. We'll fly over and I'll show you guys what the city looks like. And as we come up over this hill, we can start to see. More path. It's back here, I promise. Here we go. Now, this is, unless you did the quests a lot in this area, it's kind of a best kept secret out here. This is a nice place to. Um, I might actually be able to get up over here. Let's see. See if I can do it up here. Yes, so I don't actually have to go down there. All right, so here we have Faldir's Cove, and it is Alliance ran, so it's a good zone for us to go down there. I'm just not going to. It is a smuggler's haven, basically. Um, a lot of syndicate are here. I think we have recently taken over it. Uh, you know what? Let's go down there. Let's just go down there. This is kind of like a area that is not really ruled by anybody. It technically is, but at the same time, it's also not. This is pretty much where people go to be left alone. There's a small community back here that are just kind of like, we just don't want to be messed with. Um, they are, like I said, they were bandits and deserters and all that stuff. It's basically people who just were fed up from the war and have been like, fuck this shit, we're out, that kind of thing. Let me see if I can show you guys anybody up in here. Nope, not that cave. Again, I think we've kind of reclaimed this recently, so it's probably not as bad as what it used to be. See, this is all Stromgarde people, so I bet this is all after we've taken back over everything. Cozy little house in here, huh? I wonder if this is what our houses will look like. But see, it's also like a port city too. So it's got it, it's kind of like a port city. It has its nice little pleasantries. It has its acquaintances. Let's go all the way down the dock. See the shipwrecks and stuff out there? That's from the wars. See, it says that they're citizens, but I'm pretty sure that they're all people who have just kind of dwindled out here just to get away from everything. Just to be like, yeah, there's nothing down here. So you see what I'm saying though? It's a nice little area though. It's quaint. Like I said, it's a nice little area. Um, okay, so that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get on a bird. fitting. Okay. And we're gonna come up here. And we're gonna fly over Stromgarde. So here we go. So this used to be ruins, like I said, and with the new quest line of, oh, you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna take a moment, just a second. I know what I need to do. Hold on.
Greetings. Safe travels.
Okay, so I keep forgetting that I'm in new time. So I went ahead and went back to Zendormi time so that we can show you guys what it looks like out here. So as you can tell, this is all Blackwater Raiders, right? This is what I was trying to get at a minute ago. It used to be a pirate city, so kind of like an offshoot of Booty Bay or um, uh, Ratchet, that kind of thing. So you can tell it's rundown pirate ships and things like that, right? Now, and like I said, these were people that were uh, trying to take refuge from everything. Like they didn't want to be a part of any of that stuff. Now we come over here to Stromgarde, and it is now in ruins, like I was trying to say a minute ago. So everything here is like this is the old throne room up here. And you can tell that there's a huge difference now, like a huge, huge difference in things. Um, this is what the city looks like before Arathi started taking back over again. Um, Before Arathi came in and was like, absolutely not, this is my town. And um, it's run by a lot of orcs and syndicates. Let me move my map again. See, a lot of syndicate. They were in here. Now I'm not gonna ruin the quest line for you, but if you go through the quest line, you kind of understand what's happening here. So yeah. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back.
You need something? Light bless you.
Okay, so I'm back in regular time now. Regulars in dormy time, and we have now taken back over Stormguard again. Okay, so now that's where we are. And let me bring my little thing back up. Okay. Um, So you can see the difference in what it looks like now, as opposed to what it used to look like. It's a bustling city again, and they've done a really good job of taking back over. And like I said, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but it's a really good quest line to go through. It's a good uh, lore rich storyline. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go into uh, we're leaving the Stromgarde. We're gonna go into Thornton's Wall, which is over here. I'm gonna go up this way. Now, if you ever played a undead character, this is all pretty familiar to you, especially if you played it back before the new uh like before Zendorme time. I'm not gonna lie, when I played in beta, those spiders used to whoop my ass. They whooped my ass so bad. I just want to go kill things. See these little buildings like this? This is what the buildings look like if you upgraded them. And I might go kill her. I think New State is where you go when you're in one of the one of the where you gotta save Thrall. Like I said, this was all before, you know. And you gotta fight the Time Lord dragons. I can't forget. I just killed that thing without any weapons on. I forgot I took all my weapons off. Did I get a pet? I got a pet. Okay, that's not creepy at all. Okay. Okay. It's a little creepy. Anyway, these buildings are what the buildings look like whenever you upgraded your buildings in Warcraft. Over there is the Horde encampment, which is the opposite of Stromgarde when you're doing the Arethi questline. Um, it is called Argarok. Rampaging Owlbeast. So here we go. This is Thoradin's wall. It's massive. But it's the wall that was put up between the two. You know, it was between the two zones. You know, it was a wall to keep the trolls out and to keep the undead out, I mean, and keep the scourge at bay. So, Hillsbrad used to be a beautiful area. I mean, I personally think that it still is. I think that it's kind of I don't know. I really like it. It's really one of my favorite places to be. Um, if undead were a little different, I think that I would. I think that I would like. I think that I would like this a little bit better. But um, yeah, it's one of my favorite places to be. Um, I like the look of everything here. It's kind of like Halloween all the time here. Um, to me, it is, anyways. So we're gonna go through to. I think we're gonna go over to. We're gonna look through. I don't know actually, because all of that's gonna mess with us. Um. Mm-mm. Probably should have mapped this out a little bit better. Um. We're gonna go through here to here. And then I'll figure out where we're going after that. So I don't know. I just always like the greenery here. It's very fall like all the time. You know. And again, like I said, if you played Undead, this was like the next level up zone, you know. So it was a good place to be. Durnhold. I believe Durnhold is where you actually go and save Thrall from. And whatever that, somebody help me out. Whatever that place is, the dungeon, the instance that you do. I'm gonna take better notes. So the next, so the next podcast, I have better notes for you guys. It's just so beautiful. It's a very beautiful area. He's not coming home today. I mean, he's coming home later, but not right now. He's staying with them so they can take him to the fire station. Oh, oh, I'm about to get my ass handed to me. Hold on, I'm just gonna get. Uh-uh. Do I want to kill this guy? I really don't. See, my bad, bros. Yeah, he's staying with them until he goes to the fire station. And he's coming back after that. Um. Okay, so we're still in Hillsbrad, right? Uh, this is a farming area. It used to be full of farms. Then the Forsaken. I don't know why the Forsaken started here. Like why they woke up here or woke up outside of here, rather. You know, like I don't know why. Um, not necessarily here, but um, Silver Pine. You know, I don't know why Silver Pine was there where they started up. I don't guess I ever really knew that. Um, where they woke up at, right? But during that invasion and after all of that, you know, it kind of messed up this area, basically. Now everybody knows about Dalaran, which is where we're going. Wow. I think I'm just gonna walk straight through. I think that's gonna be the best bet. Oh my god, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen. That deer just no, it was a oh no, I killed a rare on the way here and I got a pet from him. Scabby. It's a gross looking bear cub. He's very decrepit and scabby. No, as I was walking, a deer just hopped across the thing. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody ever did a lot of PvP, but the PvP wars between South Shore and Terran Mill were uh, quite epic back in the day. Um, Yetimus the Yeti. I never really did PvP. I think I did a little bit of it like way back in the day, but just because I didn't realize that I didn't have to do it, so it was like part of the quest lines, and I just did them for that. And then when I realized I didn't have to do them, I completely 100% backed out of that shit. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. Um, what is that way? That's the ruins of South Shore now. South Shore used to be a human city again, like South Shore. It's run by undead now. Alright, let me think about how I'm gonna get over there. I think I'm just gonna go straight through. I honestly don't know now if I can get around that, to be honest with you. It's been a while since I've been out here, guys. The Yeti Lord. Yetimus the Yeti Lord. I think I love him. Because he is beautiful. I think these are undead encampments up here, so I don't know how close I want to get to them. Look at that deer just looking at me. I definitely want to go just through here. Now, back in the day, right, Dalaran was, uh, Jesus Christ. Um, is he coming back? Oh. Um, when Dalaran first went into, trying to go into hiding, you know, and trying to save the city, they, took it out of the sky and they put it over here. And, maybe I have that wrong. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was here first. Yeah. So it was here first, and then during the Lich King Wars, during that era, the mages got together and they lifted it into the skies over Northrend, which is where it was during the Wrath of the Lich King expansion and stuff up until recently, right? Um, they put it over there to help to keep the mages close to uh, Ice Crown so that they can help with the Scourge and stuff like that. I don't know why they moved it from here, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure why, but it was, but this crater is where it used to be, okay? Um, like where its home was. This is where it was. It's almost there. See, that's a new little city that was not there during the original questing zones. And that's a whole ass tower up there. Is that a road over there? I think that might be. It's definitely a path, isn't it? Interesting. So mages kind of have they kind of go back and forth. You know, people like them and people don't like them. It's, which I never really understood why people don't like mages. Like, I don't remember ever reading anywhere what the reasoning behind that is. Probably just because they have magic and most people don't, um, that kind of thing. Or they have the magical ability. But, um, Dalaran was always a, symbol of human intellect, I guess, and always a symbol of what humans can achieve with intelligence and ambitions. I think, anyways. You ever do the Plants vs Zombies thing? That's what this is right here. As you can tell, Plants vs Zombies. It's a cute little quest thing. So here's the crater. There's the dome. See it? Um, and it's kind of like a symbolization that even the greatest empires can fall or can vanish, can fall, can vanish, whatever you want to call it. You know, a lot happens here. A lot has happened here, and it's just a crater now. It's just a empty spots where once greatness stood. You know, greatness used to be here, and it's nothing now. You know, I would have liked to have seen I would have liked to have seen it when it was something big. Not just a city in the sky. I would have liked to have seen it here when it was before it was, you know, brought down. You guys think we can go get her? Let's try. I don't even know if we'll be able to get close to her. Yeah, I think right here is where. Okay. All right. There we go. That was easy. Well, it used to be a dome that you couldn't get into. Cause like I know Dalaran has like big towers and big you know buildings, big fancy buildings, big libraries and stuff like that. That doesn't look like that's what would be here, you know. So I would have liked to have seen what it looked like here. But anyways, so that is pretty much where we're gonna end our our tour for today. We went from Refuge Pointe through to Stromgarde, down to Faldir's Cove, back up through Hillsbrad, back through the Thoradin's Wall into Hillsbrad, and across over to Old Dalaran. Um, this stroll was meant for a kind of like a recap of the fall of um, a rise in humanity that just kind of fell off into fell off into nothing, you know. So thank you for sticking around with another episode of A Stroll Through Azeroth. Until next time, may your journey be long, your steps be steady, and your history remembered. Peace out, guys.